You know, I've known some pretty strong people in my life, but many of them were mothers. Uh, as a young child, I was exposed to the strength of motherhood. And along with many of you today, we can probably say that uh, the spirit of motherhood has shaped us, nurtured us, brought us to adulthood, maturity, from childhood, from infancy to childhood to adolescence to adulthood. We have been blessed by mothers in our lives, and I thank God for them. But you know, mothers are fierce, they're strong, they are supposed to be the weaker gender, but inside of them, there is a warrior, a person who will stand when things aren't right. And there was a female judge in the Old Testament in Judges chapter 5 who, in verse 6, it said that in the day of Deborah, that the roads were unoccupied. And the reason they were unoccupied was because of all the evil that was surrounding that day. And it was not safe to travel the roads. But in verse 7, it says that Deborah stood not as a warrior, not as a military strategist or a judge, which she was all of the above, and excelled in everything she did. But she said, I arose as a mother. She stood and said, enough. And she went and handled everything necessary with God leading her to make the roads safe again. Moms, what kind of roads are you leading your children down today? Are they safe to travel? Are they able to travel those roads after you're gone? That is our goal. I feel like that would be a mom's goal, is to be sure their children are equipped spiritually to handle things that will come their way, because things will come their way. But we as Christians, mothers, as spiritual guides and strengths in children's lives, will take the proper steps necessary to be sure their children can walk a godly path in this world, because they're watching you, Mom. They're watching you to see what roads you take. And I pray these little hands that hold on to yours will walk in the path that is set by a godly mother whose life is directed by a God who loves us all. Happy Mother's Day to all of you. And we pray that you have a wonderful day. Thank you for being a mother. It's not an easy job.